up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, you is looking stressed, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, stress, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Someone said that I was up next. I said I'm up now with no mean of disrespect. I don't be at the gym, so I don't need to flex. You regret moving on to the next and making me your ex. Yeah, I'll roll up whenever you feeling stressed. Treat you with respect and never settle for less. Life's a game of chess, don't let it get you in check. She like when I pull her hair and grab her by her neck. Got her on her back until she break a sweat. She like rocking my polo shirts and rocking my polo sweats. Laying down after sex with her head on my chest. She whispers that you're the best, please don't turn out like the rest. We up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, looking stressed, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, just looking stressed, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings upset. Forget about your past, we can make it fine.
I forgot Ben couldn't hear me, so I was trying to say the signal to him, and just had that puzzled look on his face. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on a nice Tuesday. Hope you're enjoying the decent weather. It's still a little cold, but I enjoy working out in this weather. Adam and I worked out all day. How was your day, buddy boy?
It's all right. Tons of meetings. A lot of new opportunities coming up.
I know. He didn't answer the phone every time I called. I was getting pissed.
It was the greatest day of my life.
I realized how dependent I am on you. I don't give you enough credit.
it's kind of amazing that it took this long.
Oh, I mean, there's a situation today, and I wanted to punch a guy in the face so bad. And I just needed somebody to calm me down, and you were nowhere to be found. Thanks, buddy.
Just like Nashville in Florida.
Yeah. All right, Ben. How was your week, pal?
Yeah, it's good. Not too bad. Just typical working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Why? What?
Who cares? Right on.
I mean, what do you want me to say? He's working. I don't want to talk about his work.
Working, skiing, smoking.
All right, you went skiing?
Yeah.
Where?
McIntyre, Manchester.
There's still snow?
Nah, almost not, but yeah, it's their closing weekend, so I went with a friend, and they had like fireworks and shit at the end of the night. So
Yeah, well, the fireworks nice.
it's actually pretty good for a small hill.
Yeah, there's a I don't know, a ski place or whatever that I drive by, and it looked like they had no snow, so that's why I was kind of surprised. And they're more.
Yeah, they're scraping it all down to try to cover as much as they could, but it was almost gone.
Was it rough to ski and stuff on?
No, not really. It was a little slushy, but wasn't too bad. And they had most of the trails open still, but a couple of them had a couple patches that were grassy, so I had to kind of avoid that.
You ever try snowboarding?
No, I've been meaning to for a while, but I've only skied. So
Yeah.
have you?
Well, like in 5th grade, one time I went snowboarding with the school, but
I don't know how I'd feel about having my feet like strapped to the same thing. I like having my legs independently, and able to independently operate.
Yeah, you do feel kind of like handcuffed per se.
Yeah.
You're a big snowboarder, right?
Yeah, you guys are pansies.
Well, whatever. I mean, there's no allegedly. I'm the biggest pansy you'll run into for sure. But so I was calling John to fight some dude in the streets of Manchester.
You couldn't save that to like Friday or something?
No, I wasn't calling you to help me fight. I was calling you to try to get you to tell me not to punch him. But you probably would have not been the best guy to do that. You probably would have told me. Yeah, just go slug him. Yeah. Take him out.
Actually, tell me.
You got Adam there, right? He'll protect you.
Right. I don't look like he's scrappy.
He can be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. And we got a little bit of a show for you today. We're what, John? How many more shows? We got two more shows after this before our first week. So
3 counting this one.
Yeah. So I wonder how you setting us up a scrimmage this weekend? Is that what you're trying to do?
If somebody wants to smoke, sure. See what they want.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, maybe be a more active captain. That might help.
Yeah, maybe. Or we saw one scrimmage. That's all we needed.
You're just trying to not give anybody any inside information on what we're doing.
I don't think we have any inside of information on what we're doing.
Yeah, but if you act like you do.
Oh, right. Yes. We definitely are hiding a lot.
I hear some of these are getting interested. I'm glad Lazu's bringing back Media Monday already. It's getting pretty amped for the season. I'm excited. I mean, a lot of good talent. I'd go out on a limb and say this is probably the most talent-filled season we're gonna have, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, Bobby, we have had a scrimmage. I mean, scrimmages are tough. Some people take it again a little too seriously. And it is. There's a lot of other stuff going on too right now. So I know other leagues are finishing up, and winter sessions are going, and some people just hate the cold, so I don't really want to play. So
one captain had it right. If it's not 60, we're not playing.
Dude, what captain was that?
Jason.
I figured he'd be a cold weather guy.
No, I couldn't agree more with him. Once he said it, I was like, I agree.
I remember seeing that, and I was like, yeah, they're not wrong, but
David says I miss co-host Connor McLaughlin. We need him back.
Yeah, we ignore those comments.
yeah, we're no, we don't ignore when Whitey talks, okay?
Sure.
Only when he's calling his own route on offense and telling me he can catch the ball.
So we ignore every single time he talks.
Other than that, I ignore everything he says. No, we're working on doing something to make sure Connor's back in the studio. Unfortunately, Connor again got a pretty good opportunity that he couldn't turn down. So I know he's kind of bumming, and we're working on something. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, it's tough not having him in the show and having to survive with John Garcia only.
You literally just told everyone that you desperately need me.
Not in the show.
Oh, okay, got it.
A day-to-day basis, I
right,
oddly need you way too much. So
Hired security, got it.
Show note. Let us know how the video is this week compared to last week. We had a couple tweaks and changes, and hopefully a little bit better for you guys this week. So let us know if you're still seeing some of the freezing or if some of the fuzziness you saw last week.
yeah, please, yeah, we're switching it up. And one thing I dived into, so we unfortunately we have two YouTube channels. Is that right, Ben?
Yeah, we do. We do have YouTube channels.
Well-
One hasn't been active in a long time because a certain former producer forgot the password. But we do have one that's got quite a bit more content on it.
And there's nothing we can do to get into that and just.
I don't have access to the original email it was tied to, so that's why we created a whole new email about a year.
No, I understand. All right.
About a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
But
so
it's
make sure to like and subscribe for sharing the new one.
It's
Okay.
it's Tambo at Tambo_time, which is the YouTube link.
Yeah, let's do. We're about at 17 subscribers, I think, is what I checked today. It's just the first time I went on there. I don't even think I was subscribed, so I'm subscribed now. But if everybody can help us out, go subscribe to there, because I think eventually everything's going to move to there. If we can get 50 by next week, I'll raffle off a sweet sweater that I have for everybody.
Yeah, what's going to end up happening is everything's going to live there long term. The Facebook videos are going to stay about a month.
Yeah.
And then Facebook's going to remove those.
Is that sweater like everyone's size or?
Listen, I got a lot of sweaters available, all brand new and all a lot of sizes. So,
All right, just making sure.
Ben, can you paste a link in the description here, or
Put it in the chat.
Yeah.
somewhere.
if we send one to you?
It's a
You have it though, right?
YouTube link, bud.
Oh, the link, the link for YouTube.
Oh yeah, please.
Well, we can make sure.
But if you are looking, it's Tambo_time, right, Ben?
Tambo_time. YouTube.com/@Tambo_time.
Yeah, let's hit 50 by next week, and all those subscribers I'll throw into a little spin to win, and I'll have a couple prizes.
Yeah, make sure you hit the bell on it too, so you get all the notifications. Right? Is that how it works?
I don't know.
I think so.
I really don't use
There's a
YouTube.
notification button.
You're talking to the wrong guy here, buddy.
Well, I digress.
Sorry.
Yeah, we just threw it in the chat for everybody.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, Ben, we're working on it. We see your
Yeah,
suggestions.
We need people to subscribe to monetize it, don't we?
Oh no, I see what he's making fun of Ben. Ben Kyle is making fun of you.
Go fuck yourself.
That's your best
That
comeback.
that wasn't your doing. That was Facebook's doing, telling us that they're going to delete our videos after 30 days.
Did you say it was a dumb idea to monotonize on YouTube?
That we can't do it right now with the level of viewers we
Monetize.
have.
I still don't even know what it is.
Monetize.
It's making money off the show, dummy.
Oh, okay.
So we
Yeah,
can't- we
you
can't
never
do it
mind.
with the
It's
level of
not. No,
subscribers.
that's not what that means. Actually, Ben, it's not what that means, right? We
What?
don't make money off of that. That's what it means.
Yeah, monetization.
Never mind, Ben. Never mind. We were cutting Steve out there for a second.
Yeah, Scarelli, they're definitely going to be Bedford sweatshirts. I don't give a fuck. It's free. Just go fucking like the thing.
Allegedly.
We're like 50 subscribers away on Facebook from being able to monetize, and then I don't know how, we're pretty far away on YouTube, so we need everybody to go like there as well.
Yeah. And Scarelli, my plan was to start small with a little prize, and then go bigger and bigger prizes. I'm not gonna, throw my whole, whatever plan in.
Great words there, bud.
Buddy, I was gonna say I don't want to bust my nut right away, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
I think we've been on for more than a minute. I think we're
Yeah,
good.
is that what it is?
I have no idea. We'll figure it out.
So that's what somebody told me. Off. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what I have for you today is a list of first-time potential winners of awards. Now, again, I don't like to put ideas in people's heads. I don't like to put narratives out there. I don't like to. Kyle, you'd have to ask John. I have no idea.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Oh, what kind of cigars? This one has a A and a V on it. That one had a skull and a rose on it, and whatever Ben got, I literally got a bag of cigars from a cigar event that my boss invited me to, and I have no idea.
Could be good, could be bad. Who knows?
I think they're all good. I just don't know the level of how good they are.
Yeah. All right, so we got a.
Smoke either way.
It's a first-time potential winner list. So, I did all the awards but one. Well, actually two. I didn't do Man of the Year and I didn't do Most Improved. But I did all the other awards. And what the criteria of these awards were somebody who, and there's some exceptions to the rule, is guys who have not won awards before, or specifically those awards. Now I know there's going to be one or two guys in here that you're like, hey, they won a certain award, whatever. I understand that I couldn't fit the criteria completely, but the criteria was haven't won an award yet, and definitely haven't won an award in that category. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open up with Rookie of the Year here. I'm going to give you 5 potential Rookies of the Year that I see fit. And what I took into consideration is the situation, how I saw them play or have seen them play in other leagues, and, their captains and their teams as a whole, and just potential of what I think is going to pan out for the season. First on my list, and these aren't in any particular order, I got Cody Skeffington from the Phantoms. Couple reasons why I picked this guy. Seems like a guy who can play both sides. Taken a little early, and not early per se, in my opinion, just early in the draft. So he's going to be one of those key factors to the team. He did well at the rookie showcase. He played good, and he looks like just kind of a smart player who can play both sides of the ball, can play physical. And I think he could be one of those guys who has Kenny Richards type numbers. You remember watching this guy? Mm-hmm. Do you agree, disagree?
He was the one with the skull cap on, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
So no. Yeah, this is our ashtray right here, buddy.
The cup of ashes over here is usually the indicator.
I think he's Mike Howe's friend, right? So no, you don't remember. I mean, he might have had a skull cap. I don't remember him having.
Not sure.
But I think in that style that they're gonna run and have, I think he will have a good year. So he's my first on the list here. And again, I mean, I think that team is a good team. I like what they're doing over there. I just need to see it pan out lot of potential with that team. So he's my first potential rookie of the year. Second, I got Jonathan DeJesus, JD, coming from the Lazu bloodline.
Or the Tambo Garcia bloodline now.
Well, they call us the NWO. I think a lot of potential with this guy. Can play both sides of the ball. Kind of another situation like Cody can play the physical game. You can put him in a lot of different places. And I think under my tutelage and Deuce's tutelage, I think Jonathan will succeed and do very well.
And he has a great first name too. So
your name's not Jonathan though.
Okay, sure.
Oh, so it is.
It always has been. What are you
You get mad when people call you Jonathan. You're like, that's not my name.
I've never once said that.
Oh, okay.
You're a great friend.
So, anyways, back to JD. It's not about you here. I think he's right off the rip. I mean, he's somebody we're going to be looking at for Rookie of the Year as far as the potential and how you would assume his season would go.
We keep scheduling our scrimmages so he can't show up too, so that way no one's...
Yeah, we're hiding our plan with him.
I mean, allegedly.
So, all right, next on my list, I got Derek Riley, quarterback for sicko mode here. Now, a lot of leadership on that team. Quarterbacks tend to, especially rookies, get nominated a lot, I feel, because you do end up putting up a lot of numbers. So sometimes your numbers look very good because a quarterback will end up, scoring a lot more than, let's say, a receiver or but I think Derek Riley, and my prediction on Derek is he'll probably have a few games learning curve, but we'll figure it out pretty quickly. And I think with that team over there, he'll have some really good numbers this year. And behind a really good defense, for those guys who factor in wins and losses to the awards, I think they're going to have a good season and a winning record over there. So, I put Derek Riley there. He showed well in the rookie showcase. Would have scored more if a couple of his guys didn't drop balls. Dealt with the pressure pretty well right off the rip, especially for a guy who's first time playing in this style, or at least in this with everybody. I don't know if he played in any of the tournaments we've ran or juniors ran or guys.
Don't recall seeing him.
Yeah. So next up, I did 5 for this list. I got Billy Kimball here. A lot of guys were looking at him at the rookie showcase. He did well. We know what his brother can bring to the table. I think he's got a good supporting cast over there on Entity. Omar threw great, last season, in my opinion. You have receivers like Curtis, and you have Danny there as complementary guys, or that could be a good 3 receiver core. But I also think he can play defense very well. So again, another two-way guy I think is going to make a lot of impact. I forgot where my thought was going there, but no, I'm interested to see how that works. Last on my list, and again, this is my list. I know there's going to be guys I missed, and I'm obviously not going to, hit a home run. I got Mikey De La Cruz. I like that kid. I like him for Soul Reapers. I liked him at the rookie showcase. Had a few hand issues catching the ball, but I think he reels that in. He really can play both sides of the ball very well. And from where they got him, it definitely was a good risk to take where they took him. And he can play defense very well. In defense, it's hard to come by. He's got that dog mentality. In defense, can play contact a little bit. Very good at grabbing flags. Good at downhill pursuit. I mean, he'll make some noise on the defensive side for sure. I think if his offensive numbers are good enough, he'll have a great case to make Rookie of the Year. No, Jude's probably one I probably should have put in the list. Damon, I haven't seen or know Damon enough. I can't even remember if he was at the rookie showcase.
They both were. I was going to say they're both.
No, I know Jude was for sure.
Yeah, Core is the other guy I think he's talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably should put Jude on the list, over somebody. But
you're going for like people that no one expect kind of list though, right? Not like easy standout.
But I sometimes don't see Jude as a rookie, which is tough because I've known him for a long time, and it's situations as well. Rookies will do well, but if they don't have a good team to play with, or situations, or where this is where I thought a lot of these guys would strive. Over if I got to be honest with Jude's situation, I'm not sure how much offensive stuff he's going to get over there, and I don't know. I'd have to see it. I could be 1,000% wrong again, but I probably should have put Jude on there.
What about Xavier? You think you miss him?
I mean, I can't put everybody in the fucking list.
I know.
Did I? Xavier, I think will have a good season. Yeah, I think rookie of the year is going to be tough this year. I do. I feel like it's not going to be that clear cut at the end of the day. I think even after they nominate 5 or 6 guys, I think they're still going to be like, oh, you should have added this guy. Should have added this guy. Yeah, I think Ben's right. It's going to be one of the best rookie races in a while, and I tend to agree. After a lot of people joke that it was a bad rookie class, which I very much disagree with, especially after seeing the rookie showcase. So,
not a bad list, Steve.
Yeah. I'm not worried, but I mean, Danny, maybe he might be. You never know. There's some good talent on that team.
I know Marcus Henry's definitely not going to be rookie of the year.
Yeah, well, you got to remember, Marcus is throwing the ball to Xavier. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
No, you're serious.
No, I think Marcus has some potential, but that dumb pick in the rookie showcase, I just can't get over. He'll have to. Not that he cares,
he's
but
throwing to Xavier, so his teammate, so that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's go to offensive player of the year. So again, first time potential winners. This is a little tricky. We've seen what a lot of these guys can do, but. Ben, you got the stats just in case I need them?
Yep.
All right, so potential, first time. I got Anthony Brooks back with Riley Cody. And if anybody remembers what those two did the first couple weeks before Riley's shoulder got hurt, was next to, record-setting kind of numbers at times. That connection seemed very good. The potential is there. I think they have a good team. If Riley stays healthy, Anthony Brooks still had a good season with a plethora of quarterbacks trying to fill that void that Riley left. But I think with a full season with Riley, and personally, I don't see their defense being one of the top defenses in the league. They're going to have to score a lot, and I think he's going to be their go-to guy. So, first up, I got Anthony Brooks. And you played with him last season.
Yeah, great guy.
You disagree with...
No.
You see the potential there, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was definitely someone who was on the draft board for us, and we just couldn't get there in time to pick him. Like, he went exactly where we thought he was going to go, and we just ran out of time to get him.
Yeah, I mean, he's an overseas player professionally. He's a good player all around. He knows football. He's got wheels. I mean, he's an older guy, but you couldn't tell by how he plays.
No, for sure.
Next up, I got Ant Nieves with Explosion. Again, we all know what Ant brings to the table. I don't believe he's ever gotten Offensive Player of the Year. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I will say, reunited with Mike Howe. I think the one game Mike Howe ended up throwing, Ant had like 4 touchdowns. Not that he's going to get 4 touchdowns every game, but again, he's on a team with a couple weapons. Mike Howe likes to spread the ball around, and he can find guys. And Yeah, I see this as a stat-wise up and down season for Ant, but if there's more up games, and by down, I don't necessarily mean he's playing bad. I just sometimes Mike Howe is giving it to somebody else. But if it's Ant Yves as many times as he probably should, I think the numbers are going to be very high for Ant, and I think he's going to make a great case for Offensive Player of the Year at the end of the year. Is my prediction. What do we got here? Ben Kyle Brooks knows ball, so he needs someone who plays real ball. He doesn't backyard well. That's why he meshes well with Riley. That's fair. That's a good analogy. Yeah, the backyard aspect of the league, I like it a lot for sure, but it can screw up some guys who are just not used to that style. All right, next up, I got David Hamilton with the Greek Gods. Potential first-time winner of Offensive Player of the Year. Jacob Lapointe, the pump master. He has had receivers win Offensive Player of the Year before. He does tend to target his best receivers a ton. So Hammy's going to get a lot of targets. Also, Hammy can run short routes, long routes, play the physical game. He's got a good stiff arm. Doesn't really fumble the ball much. So Jacob Lapointe, you never know which way he's going to attack. And Hammy can be that type of multi-tool weapon, per se.
Kind of like Sam Kimball was for the Greek Gods. Kind of like that.
Yeah, the only thing is the Greek Gods with Jacob Lapointe this season, his 1-2 punch isn't as good as Kimball and Dante, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. But I think this will benefit Hammy a little bit because I think he'll get more targets. I don't know how it's going to pan out. I don't know if I'm giving away a strategy of his, but that's how I see it folding out. And I got David Hammy up in the what?
Jake said he's the 6 pump chump champ. Oh, chump.
6?
6 pump chump master. Sorry.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, I got Max Shannon for Nuketown. I mean, just seeing the numbers he puts up are insane when he's there. Does have attendance issues. He's back with Jay Charles. Obviously, he doesn't like that as much as playing with me, but he'll take it. Sorry, that's what he told me privately. My fault.
No, he came up to us during the after show.
Yeah, that's true. But we've seen it before. Great numbers. And I think we're going to see it again. I mean, Jay Charles has got a winning recipe for this league, and a lot of it is going to go through Matt Shannon this season. And I think the potential of Matt Shannon getting his first Offensive Player of the Year is there. Next up, I did something a little different. I got Harmel or Tayshaun for crazy work. I really wanted to put both these guys on this list, but I wanted to keep it at 5. I didn't know how to put both of them on the list, and I found a way. That crazy work offense is, in my opinion, going to be very nuts. We've seen Nuge light up the offensive stat category. Now, I think the offensive player, as far as the receiver goes in that team, will be handcuffed to how often they run the ball or not. The way House and them like that system, it's really not about one guy, and it's not about one way to attack. But, I mean, we've seen Tayshaun throw the ball. We've seen him run the ball. He could definitely... No, it's not 6. It's one or the other, Jacob. He definitely could, finish the season with, 10 throwing touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns, 10 receiving. So, you got a guy who does that. Yeah, probably should get Offensive Player of the Year. Harmel, great deep threat. I mean, you're going to have to worry about the run so much. You're going to have to pull people in. Harmel's going to be running down the field, and Nuge or anybody throwing is going to be able to hit him. So a lot of potential there on Crazy Works offense there. And yes, I grabbed those 2 guys. I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them pulls away with the Offensive Player of the Year. All right, I'm going to move on to Defensive Player of the Year. I got another 5 here. And again, if you're just tuning in, why does yours thing always do that?
It's doing that for me for Derek.
Derek who?
Just Dome.
Yeah, what's
just
up with
Facebook.
that?
I think it's just Facebook.
Yeah. All right. What do we got? Widener Fortune is a dog going to be Riley's favorite target? Yeah, I mean, and I, I apologize to you guys. A lot of guys coming in the league that I've.
Isn't it Widner?
Oh, is that what I? Yeah, did I fuck? I thought I said Wildner.
And
so
just for everyone else, he literally does it with every single name he reads. So it's my dyslexic friend's problem. He's working with.
It's Widner.
Widner, yeah.
Widner. All right, I apologize. And yeah, there's a lot of rookies coming into the league that I've honestly never really run into that much or at all. So I do apologize. I'm going by what I can
Pronounce.
what I can pronounce. No, actually, I should just go what I pronounce.
You freaking idiot.
But and again, I maybe we'll update these lists throughout the year based on stats and what people are doing. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. I know like people like to. Again, I don't like to make the narratives. I don't want to put stories in people's heads. But anyways, after Defensive Player of the Year, potential first time, I got Gene Zarilla from Self-Made. Now, we all know what Gene brings to the table, and his stats are great as well. Can play a lot of positions. Causes turnovers, great flag puller, physical player. I do believe on that team they're going to need a lot out of him, and they're going to get it. And I think his stats are going to be up there this year. I think Gene could definitely, under the circumstances of the team and everything, he will make a case for Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion. Only time will tell, obviously, but I got Gene up there from Self-Made. You disagree?
No, I think Gene's good. I think playing with Riley, those penalties that he had late for Bosstown will probably not happen. Riley's the captain up there, right?
Yeah. Not Stephen Deglia, right?
Oh, yeah. Guy snaked the first round pick, but that's fine. Whatever.
Hey. He played his power card.
Yeah, fucking insider trading.
But yeah, Gene's a great player. And again, one of those guys I don't think's won an award yet. And we'll make a case this year. Now, actually that's next. Next I got Ronald Pitterson, the Pitman. Whatever his last name is, because I always mispronounce it and he yells at me every time. For Soul Reapers, I think we're gonna see a lot more of him. He got a lot of turnovers last season. He did well. I think, if he wasn't a rookie last year, I think he would have had a case at Defensive Player of the Year, and I think we're going to see more of that this year. A consistent player, smart. He's dangerous with the ball in his hands. He's a good route reader. He's got a lot of makeup speed if he does get caught. Yeah, but Marcus, he wasn't lying, and it's as much as I would hope it was. It's not a shtick. I don't know what it is.
It's really not a thing that he's doing on purpose. I wish it was. It'd be funnier, but it's not.
It's some guys actually made a drink it game. How many names I mispronounced?
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is. But no, I think he's going to make a case, and he's probably going to have a great year all around. I think over there with Bova and Boss with him. That's a great 1-2, receiver core there. Bova, former quarterback of the year, or reigning quarterback of the year, I guess you want to call it.
Well, you did give him the belt back, so.
Well, he stole it.
No, that makes sense.
I think you gave it to him because I kept forgetting. But yeah, I think it's a good. Stop playing with guys at Bedford. Hey, he doesn't need me to pronounce his name. All right, buddy. But I think he is a great all-around player. I think we're going to see more of that this season. We saw a lot of it last season.
And plus, 80-20 knows how to say his name.
Yeah. Don't worry about me. I'm not even part of the team anymore. All right, next up, I got DJ and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think DJ's ever won a Defensive Player of the Year in this league.
That I would not know.
I know you wouldn't know.
And what the fuck is K2?
I have no idea, buddy.
No, either.
I'm not the guy to ask. All right, we're gonna talk until someone tells me I'm wrong, because I don't think I'm wrong. But we've seen a Lazu senior team get a Defensive Player of the Year player, okay? And, you know, the potential's there again. DJ's always had the numbers to be Defensive Player of the Year. Probably been nominated a couple times, but he's always been up there. We know what he brings to the table. And that against that defense, I think you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Any way you go, I think you're running into an all-star player. And if it's going to DJ a bunch of times, he's gonna make those plays. Those stats are gonna get up there, and DJ's gonna do DJ things. And yeah, I think he's gonna make a good case this year in his situation that he could definitely get Defensive Player of the Year. Ben, how are you getting these comments up there?
Yeah,
That's courtesy of our new platform.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Ben has like been cooking lately.
Yeah. I don't know. All this time.
I was
He's
really
done-
confused by it too.
All the fucking hate.
No, not
Well, hold on. It's not hate.
No,
okay, it's honesty
we
because
knew
you've
that-
done more this week for this show than you have done forever.
We knew there was more in you and that we had to just draw out of you.
Allegedly.
No.
we knew you sucked.
Come on now.
Now we got some good stuff cooking.
Yeah. All right. So that's I got DJ up there. Next up, I have Greg Balamotis, potential Defensive Player of the Year. If it would be first time potential. I think I really like that defense that Jason has built. Last year, again, I liked his defense too. I was kind of high on it. And again, they performed very well, did very good. This year, better defense. Now, yes, there's more talent in the league. I do agree. So, you know, some might say, hey, it might offset it. I don't think so. I think this is a great defense, and I think Greg will be leading the helm and getting, always up there in picks, flag pulls. He's not an easy guy to beat. And I definitely see, under this circumstance, a potential for Greg to make a run for Defensive Player of the Year.
Especially if their team's more consistent the whole year too.
Right, they did. That was another thing. You're right. When I was putting them down, it does look like they have a more consistent team, attendance-wise.
Yes.
And that'll be huge.
Yeah, he won't have to be gassed, or he can actually sub out if he needed to.
Right.
Just more versatile.
Right. Or sometimes, even if that, it feels like he has got the cardio to go both ways the whole game. But just having the guys who are fresh on the team where you're not overcompensating, because a lot of times when you overcompensate, you hurt yourself, Yeah,
he can play more free now.
Right. Or stick to what he's supposed to do and not have to worry.
True.
But yeah, the potential's there. I like what they got cooking over there. All right, last for Defensive Player, first-time potential winners, I got Brandon Santal from the Phantoms. Brandon, we've seen him play some corner. It just has a knack for the ball one way or another. I've seen him punch out so many balls and grab. Why is that so funny to you?
Because it is.
You're just always a weirdo.
Because you did.
They're footballs, and he punched them out.
No, I was talking about the comment. Wasn't paying attention to your comment.
Oh,
I was
shit.
talking about that one.
Carlos, that was not my fault.
yes, it was. It's weird how you got Greg's name perfectly correct, though.
Blanco? Buddy, I hear it all the time. If I hear people say it, you know what I mean?
Still get it wrong. I've told you how to say. You're lucky Yari's not on there.
Can I continue my list, please? But no, Brandon's going to be a huge key in that defense. He was a big piece in that defense last year with Boston, but I think even more so this time. And he can play middle linebacker, he can play corner, and I think we're going to see more out of him. He got one season under his belt. I think he feels a lot more comfortable in this league. Obviously, coming in with some confidence and a physical team, I think he's going to do well. I think the stats will be there, and he'll make a run for his first time potential win. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting a quarterback of the year here, and this probably going to hurt some feelings. Now, I only did 3 because there's less quarterbacks and stuff. Yes, Lee, you are an asshole still.
Big time.
One of my favorite players, though.
Actually, his name's not asshole. Is that what he's trying to say?
I don't know. All right, quarterback of the year here. I did 3.
You called him Lewis afterwards.
No. Ask him to prove it.
Well, it's in black and white right now, so I believe that.
All right, Carlos, thanks for watching. Tune in next week, pal. Kick him off right now, Ben.
Banned.
All right, so quarterback of the year, potential first-time winners. Now, what I also did was if I put you on a list or put you on for something, I did not put you on multiple. So I only did one guy per award here. Because
You can only win once, right?
you can only win one award.
Yeah.
But, there are some other potentials, like off the top of my head, like Greg Balamotis, I could have put offensive player. I like, in his current situation, I like how his defensive stats will turn out opposed to his offense. I think they'll both be great. I just think offense will outshine. So I even took that into consideration. Because, last year, Jason, I think he was one of the, as a starting quarterback who threw so many balls, I think he was kind of on the low end of completion percentage. He also didn't have a ton of attempts, per game. They ran the ball a lot. So Greg's stats weren't the greatest, opposed to maybe somebody who does throw the ball 50 times a game, So I took that stuff into consideration as well. Quarterback of the year here. I got potential first time. It's been nominated at least last year that I know of. Omar, my favorite Medina. Now, a lot of people sleep on Omar. I like him out there. He does very well in spite of having to play with Danny and having Danny in his ear and Danny calling all the plays and Danny telling him what to do.
Allegedly.
That is allegedly. I'm just kidding. I'm just busting Danny's balls. Wait until he jumps in the comments. But I like Omar. I've been very high on him ever since he came into the league. He's got some good weapons around him. And last year, I think he had some good weapons around him as well, too. A lot of inconsistencies in attendance-wise, which is tough for a quarterback. I think the guys he has this season will show up consistently. I think they drafted some rookies or a rookie who could service as a top receiver on that team. So the potential is there. Omar's also never won one. He was nominated last year. Great stats for even as underachieving as the team played, because I do think full attendance, they're winning 1 or 2 more games. Their defense did not play up to par. And Danny would probably tell you that. He probably expected his defense to play better. But it is hard when you're missing 2 to 3 guys every week.
And even last year, he was so consistent. Like, not many incompletes, even with the people that showed up.
Right. We noticed because we did his stats. We noticed how accurate he was.
Like, we had to double check to make sure that was right.
Right.
Not many drops, a lot of completions all game. Not like just a couple, like 10 catches here or 10 throws. That's it. Like, it was like quite a bit, like 40, 50 throws.
Right. And there was a couple games I think he hit the 90%. And Ben, why don't you go to the Falls stats, the entity stats. Let's pull up Omar's quarterback stats. I believe he was right around at the end of the season, like that 83% mark. I think.
If it was 83,
I could be wrong.
It could have been like maybe 88. I think because there was a couple weeks in a row where he was like 90% or just below.
Yeah. Omar.
It should be like the only QB stats.
Yep.
You may rate any of them.
Yeah. What was his quarterback percentage?
His completion percentage is .807.
So 87%. Yeah. So right under what you said.
Yeah, 80%.
Wait, what?
81%, rounding up.
Oh, so 8.8. Oh my God!
807.
Can you just give me the
807.
goddamn percent?
It has it as a decimal.
Okay, you can't figure it out, Ben. Do I gotta teach how this works?
I can, but It's coming from the person who can't pronounce anybody's names.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I can admit that.
Fine.
Admit you suck at math then.
80.7%.
Okay, so 81%. So a couple lower than I predicted.
Well, whatever.
But yes, no, there was definitely some games he hit 90. For sure.
39 touchdown passes,
How many?
six interceptions.
Okay, 39-6 is a great season. That's over 6-1.
He also had 24 rush attempts.
How many rushing touchdowns?
Let's see.
5, 6?
Nah, that's five rushing touchdowns.
5. So he went 41-6 throughout the season. So it's almost a 7 touchdown to 1. Yeah, good season. Got him nominated. Did a good job. Great kid to play with. And he gets better every year.
Seems always composed too. Like the situation's not too big. He just kind of.
He definitely goes home and kicks his dog when he gets home. Yeah, he lets that anger out at home. He's got a poodle, I bet. He just punts that thing when he gets home.
Allegedly.
We don't condone that on the show, though. Just FYI, that's not us.
Omar, if you ever need anything to hit, just come here and hit my kid for me. Jeez. All right, next up, I got the wizard himself, Artie from Block Party. Good receivers there. I mean, Carter, obviously one of the best. A lot of pieces there. We saw what Artie could do last time. Took a team to 6-3. They had a lot of weapons on that team as well. So very potential or very good situation for Artie to make quarterback of the year. He can run. He can pass. He's a smart play caller. He's one of those guys you do want with the ball in his hands, you know, when the game's on the line. I think as long as because we've seen Carter get mad at quarterbacks, as long as it stays calm and cool, I think that those guys will do very well. I mean, he will snap back at a receiver, but you know, it never really goes past that.
Who does that? Who else does that? No one?
Oh, I do, if that's what you're talking about. But are you calling yourself a receiver? Because that'd be embarrassing.
The receiver.
Yeah, all right. It's always about you, huh?
I'm just saying it was about you, dickhead.
No,
Yeah.
it was about me yelling at you.
You yell at everyone, not just me, dickhead.
Oh, okay.
That's 2 for the big man.
It's like it's that nobody understands what that soundbite is. You know that, right, Ben?
Actually play it clear without you talking over it.
I don't think that matters.
No, that does not matter because I can hear it clear as day.
There you go.
That's 2 for the big man.
Is he referring to Ben or me?
I can't believe he called you a big man.
Can't believe you're a bitch.
Big for nothing, that's for sure.
Yeah, a good one. Using that joke over and over.
All right, number 2 is Artie, the wizard. All right, number 3, I got Danny Dimes here.
Allegedly.
He's got a great team over there. I think a season off, he should be well rested. Might have some rust to kick off, but typically not. You know, I know he's been thrown in some tournaments. Probably feels good. He is one of those guys that refuses to scrimmage. So
That get to know your captain segment last week with him was eye opening. I did not know that.
what?
There's a state champion at quarterback.
I mean, I can see it. I'm not that surprised by it. I'm more surprised by some of the other stats we have. Did we do yours?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Tune in
I'm
next
not
week.
surprised about that one. That was obvious.
Is it though?
Oh, super.
You don't know that. You didn't know that to begin with. I had to tell you.
You know, how would I know that?
Exactly. You're a horrible friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So do I. I never say I'm a good friend.
That's true.
All right, but Danny Dimes, this segment is about him, so stop making it about you. Yeah, I like him. He's got 2 great weapons right off the rip, and then you give him some familiar faces, and I think he's got 5 good receivers out there, really good, a good lineup for him, and I think potential to win for a first time. It's in the making for Danny Dimes here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're off to MVP here. Now, I told you there was going to be some exceptions to the rules. Number 1, I got Andrew Duval,
My best friend.
who has won an award before. He has not won MVP before. And I made the exception to the rule because I do believe, and I do like Purple Haze. I had them rated pretty high. I had them top 4 in that division. to get out of there. I just fucking ashed all over myself.
Bobby says Joseph snuffed.
It's Hose B, okay? You want to talk about pronouncing names and reading.
I was waiting for him to say that.
You may way to make a case for yourself, Ben.
Yeah, numbers and spelling is hard.
I'm just trying to make
No, I know, Ben. I know, Ben. Thanks. I saw that. Bobby, I think I'm one of the biggest Hoseby fans around. I like him a lot. I think people don't give him enough credit. He just hasn't lit it up like quarterback of the year stats. And with the team he has right now,
Good.
I don't know if he can. My opinion.
All right.
The potential's there. I just don't know if it's going to happen. And I wouldn't, if I had to bet, and I'll give you we can make a bet here if you want.
But are you making a lot of bets?
Yeah, well, everybody loves to disagree with me.
Allegedly.
Who
that's
did he
true.
play
Everyone does
with
well.
when he won the last time? Who was it?
I think it was Dome is saying Sanford.
No, it wasn't sitting for 6 because he missed half the fucking games, dude, and he was still top 10 in receivers. Ugh, people
Why are
piss
you
me off.
feeding into it?
Huh?
Why are you feeding into
Because I can just see his stupid face laughing wherever he is right now after I fed into it. It's firing me up. Yeah, sometimes Hoseby misses games. I don't know how that's going to be this season. He has missed season, before. But his style offense as well. He's not lighting a ton of scoreboards up, and when he played on what was that stupid OVO team? Is OVO?
Yeah.
Not stupid. It was a good team. I don't understand the OVO. Whatever.
It's a Drake thing, I think.
Okay. Anyways, they had a lot of rushing touchdowns too. So the games they put up a lot of stats, and I know Hoseby had some good games for sure, but still, I don't even know if he was in consideration for quarterback of the year yet that year.
No.
So, again, very high on Hoseby. The right situation, I'd probably put him there, but I'll give you whatever odds. I think these 3 guys make it over him this year as far as nominations wise. So, anyways, back to Duval. I think Purple Haze, good team. Like I said, I think a lot of their success is going to rely on Duval doing Duval things on offensive side and defensive side. And if it does, and they have a good season, I can see Duval up there for MVP nomination for sure.
For sure, definitely.
And we all know what he can bring to the table, but he's also made of glass. So
Unless McGrath
don't sneeze on him the wrong way.
McGrath breaks him, and he just falls off.
There are a couple overnight tournaments going on, so who knows if he'll survive those.
You sound like a bitter ex-girlfriend right now.
Huh?
Sound like a bitter
I'm
ex-girlfriend.
pissed off at Jake. I'm going to pull on his beard when I see him.
Call that a beard.
Well, I'm sure he does on his dating profiles. All right, next up, I have Anthony Nugent from Crazy Work. Now, Nuge, the reason I didn't put him at quarterback of the year and I put him more towards the MVP category is because the potential of the running scenario a lot, which does factor in at times, and the fact that he can play defense. I think he'll make a stronger case for MVP than he will for quarterback of the year. Now, I could be wrong. He might not play defense at all and just play offense and light up the score. But I think he makes a stronger case for first-time potential winners. And if it wasn't for Sanford's, record-breaking season or whatever you want to call it, Nuge would have been quarterback of the year that year. But nonetheless, this season, that team is set up for Nuge to really light it up. And if he doesn't, he sucks. Respectfully.
I don't know if you can add that in there.
Whatever. Fine. Not respectfully. If he can't do good with that team, at least be nominated for quarterback of the year or MVP, he sucks. I said it. I'll say it again.
I think you did.
All right. One more time. All right. And last, I got Jordan Perdermo. I think the potential's there if he can make every game. Now, I know he said, hey, I might not make any games. I know that's what he told some captains. I feel like that's because he didn't want to play with them. But it could be the truth. Who knows?
I hope that's the truth. I don't feel like he would lie to me.
I wasn't even talking about you. I didn't know he told you that.
No, I asked him.
Oh, well, at least he's probably
know.
being honest.
I didn't want to get stuck with you.
He's got a lot of talent on that team. And Thomas White, great receiver. He's got a lot to work with there. Jordan can bring it on both sides of the ball. He can score on his feet through the air. We've seen it done. I think potentially Jordan could be one of the greatest quarterbacks coming out of this area for sure. If when it's all said and done. It's people who haven't won awards before, or the specific awards.
Man, you're gonna get on a fucking.
All right, grab my spoon.
Oh, are they underneath these belts?
He's gonna wrestle me and take me down. He's gonna put me in a pretzel.
State champ too, but
I know.
Fucked.
I know. Does it? Yeah, Domo going crazy for 2 games. No, I think Domo will make a lot more. I think Domo has a chip on his shoulder, which also factored into why I picked this. I think he's got a lot to prove. I think as much as he acts like he doesn't care, I think he does care a little bit. So, all right, those are my 3 for MVP. Potential first-time winners, ladies and gentlemen. Any comments? Anybody thinks I missed anybody? Let's say for MVP.
Just real quick, how long do you think we've been on for right now?
I would say 45.
Oh, just under an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Why are you preparing for Danny to go? Oh, is that the only segment you guys are doing?
I just
wait till cruising in the clouds.
when we were talking about this, I didn't feel like you would fill an hour.
No, I knew.
Because you did 5 and 3 here and so on. I just didn't think it was going to take. Not that it was going to go short. Just
You got another mamacita waiting for you?
What?
You got another mamacita waiting for you?
what are you
No.
talking about?
No, we're actually playing WWE after this, buddy.
I'm next to John.
Huh?
Yeah, me, him, the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Tuesdays are the guy days. He's my boy and my friend. He's my boyfriend.
Oh God, that's gonna be quick.
Sarno says Matt Shannon MVP. Check it. Okay. All right. I listen. Matt Shannon can do it on both sides of the ball. I think his strength is offense. He plays that at a top 3 person list, in my opinion. Defensively, the only thing is, he was on Los Amigos with a bad defense. No offense to the guys on the team, and I'm part of it. So he had to make up for a lot of it. So they really kind of didn't go to him a lot. So it was hard to see what he really could bring to the table. I know Jay Charles thinks him and Matt Shannon are the best 2 safety duo in the league, and that's their opinion. I personally think there's better duos out there, but not a lot for sure.
Name one. Name just one more.
Off the top of my head,
Yeah, for safeties.
Bova and Boss. Off the top of my head in safeties. I'm gonna go the let's say Nuge and Tayshaun safety list.
Yeah.
I don't.
What team is JJ on?
Oh, JJ and Champa. That's a better two safety, I think,
Could be.
potentially. But if we're having to stretch, obviously, making their case a little bit. If I have to think about it off the top of my head, Mike Howe and whoever you put out there will be a better safety duo for sure.
Hamilton and Skrull. Yeah, it works really good on shotgun
And what, the Helen Keller All-Star League?
for that Saturday league.
So that's it for the MVP. You just Shannon, I missed anybody. There's no other potential MVPs that people see who haven't won it before.
That is the caveat right there.
Halves and a ham sandwich, Champ and a bologna sandwich. Both better duos. Yeah, Ben's right. All right. Any other awards people?
Do you have most improved or?
No, I said at the beginning of the show I didn't have that one.
Or no, but I mean, do you have an idea right now?
No, I'd really have to look. That was the tough thing I couldn't do. I couldn't look at the old stats when I was putting the list together. So if I were to do a list, I would really want to kind of do my research, before I get into there.
Sarna going back to Jay Charles most improved.
Sarno going back to Jay Charles most improved? No. Yeah, I wonder how that works if you didn't play last season. Like, there's got to be like rules to it, right?
Yeah, he
Like if you were hurt, maybe, or not when you just want to be a douchebag and go where the sun shines a little brighter.
Could Riley be most improved off of rated R superstar?
No, I don't think fake injuries count. Think of you got to give it to somebody who really deserves it, in my opinion. Eric Belros MVP. I mean, I think Derek's Dome's being a jerk here, but I think if EB's up there in stats and brings that team to a really good record, I think EB has a very good chance of making a case for quarterback of the year.
I could see that for sure.
Not that there's no talent over there, but again, it's not the strongest boom boom team we've ever seen, to be honest. But, all right, anybody else? Anybody you would add off the top of your head?
For either one?
Any of them, I guess.
I would
You think?
definitely have Core and Jude.
Aside from Rookie of the Year, I understand Rookie of the Year. I understand that.
MVP. I feel like, let's see. Do you think Boss could get up there for MVP with Boa being his QB?
Shane Boss could, for sure. He Offensive Player of the Year could make a case for that, but the Shane Boss has won Defensive Player of the Year, so I kind of kept him out of that.
Yeah, that's why I went MVP.
I know. Again, I know why. I know I made some exception to the rule, but yeah.
What about Art? If you can lead that team to,
I don't know how much defense Art's going to play, and they've been very keen on this MVP.
Playing both sides.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and as far as I know, that's the recipe they're going to continue. And I think so.
Ben says Champa would be top 5 for MVP.
I didn't do 5. I did 3. And sometimes I think quarterbacks who can play defense kind of gives it an edge over just a player who can play offense and defense. And I'm not saying it's a fair edge. I actually think it's kind of unfair. Who are our last reigning MVPs?
Deuce.
So Deuce won it last year.
Yeah, Halves.
Halves won it playing quarterback, though.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know who was it before that.
I know Jay Charles won. Jay Charles won one of them. Maybe 2. Yeah, it seems like it's two-way quarterbacks that win it.
Unless you light it up as a player.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and the potential for Champ is there for sure. There's a lot of talent on that team to go around offensively. And defensively, I think they have something to prove. On paper, I think they're okay. Defensively, I think they have something to prove. But he always puts up defensive stats, whether he's on a good defensive team or a bad defensive team. So those are going to be there. For sure. I mean, if Champa gets nominated, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I can see that.
Bova got MVP? That's got to be season 1, no.
Offensive Player of the Year and QB of the Year is what I thought. I don't know about MVP, though.
He says Bova, Howe. I think Howe got MVP. Deuce, Jay, Halves, and Deuce again. And Duval. Duval's gotten MVP before? No, he hasn't. If he has, then I'm taking him off the list. I'm putting Champa because it's a first-time potential.
Or was Ben listening up? Bova has won MVP before. Is that what he means?
They said Deuce won it twice.
Deuce has one.
Yeah, that I believe. Deuce won it last 2 out of 3, yeah. Season 2. So Duval won MVP for what team?
Was it the Sanford one?
Maybe. I didn't think so. Maybe. All right, yeah. Then I'm taking... All right, I'll take Duval off. I fucked that up. because again, it's first potential.
No, Buffalo won season 1.
And nobody counts season 1.
Ben does.
Well, no, Ben's he's giving us the stats.
Yeah, so he counted it.
He's not counting it, trust me. Boba won MVP in his own league. Weird.
In the first year too. I was just thinking
Interesting.
that is interesting.
Is that what developed the Hitler persona?
It's like setting up a fantasy football league and winning your own league.
Oh, that's a little different.
It is different.
Yeah. It's way different.
I like Ben adding to the show though. That's nice. Nice try, Ben. I like it.
The best theology.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put Champa there.
The sentiment's the same, at least.
You tried.
Yeah, so. All right, you got anything else before we end the show?
That was really cutting into our show. Hey, how is that going, by the way?
He had 100+ total touchdowns? No chance. No chance he had 100 touchdowns in the season. You tell me he scored more than 10 a game?
85% of the league all-time records are from season 1.
Oh, is he talking? Oh, season 1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I know. That's what I said on one show. I wish we could remove those from the record books or set aside, have its own, and then that's done. Close the doors. That was before the actual field size and the talent came in. No offense. And don't get me wrong, there was a lot of talent season 1 and even season 2 for sure.
Yeah, definitely in the industry of electricians and plumbers.
No, don't listen to Jay Charles. There was a lot of talent there, but the field was so small. Even though Dome said it's easier to play defense on a smaller field, which is not fucking true at all. I still don't. I think I lost what little respect I had for Dome when he said, yeah, it's easier to play defense on a smaller field. Yep.
So you're down to 0 or? For respect level?
Yeah. I said what little respect I had for him. Oh, I can't. He's frantically typing right now. I can't wait for him to try to fucking justify what he said. Had actual record keeping season 1. Well, season 2 maybe. Not as sophisticated as now, but I mean, I'm telling you, as somebody who played in season 2, I didn't know till the last week when we were just picking up guys, so we had a team to play another team so they could do their stats, that captains were supposed to take their own stats and watch the lives.
Keno said he played on 3 teams for season 1. Is that true?
Probably. Keno's not a liar.
No, but I mean that was what was happening season 1.
I mean, again, in season 2, we were picking up players so a team could actually get its stats in and finish the season. So, it's
That's crazy.
it is what it is.
Well, look where it came.
Yeah, no, hey, that's one. Hats off to Bova in the league. It's always getting better as it grows. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll tune in next week, and thanks for tuning in this week. Again, go like the YouTube channel, please.
Like, subscribe, share.
Tambo_time, because the regular Tambo time is locked out because we can't get in.
New and improved. New season, new Tambo time.
Hold on. Dome, the convo did not start about red zone and offenses. Nope, that's not why it happened. Dum. There was an offensive. There was 2. We're doing quarterback of the year or quarterback of the week. He's making me mad. I can't even talk.
Why is it John show all of a sudden? What did I do? I mean,
No.
he's not wrong, but
Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what? For the next couple weeks, John can run his own show, and you guys can fucking.
buddy, I am running this one. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You were so bad.
All right.
Listen,
It
number 2,
started. It
settle
started
down.
with people being nominated for quarterback of the week. When remember when they had to shorten one field because the end zones were a mud pit, so they had shortened it by 20 yards. The rules were still the same. It was still 4 downs to get to half, 4 downs to score, and I believe the 2 quarterbacks were maybe 1 touchdown apart. And the guy on the shorter field threw a pick, and the other guy didn't. But it was actually Sam Kimball. And they're like, oh, because he's not a quarterback, he's got my vote. And Dome goes, and it's easier to play defense on a smaller field. Not if you have the same amount of downs and the same amount of rules, you ding dong. You got to tell me if, and I get it. but you're gonna tell me I got somebody one play from the 10 instead of 4 plays from the half? Yeah, I might take that one play from the 10. Fought on a smaller field, Tampa versus Dome, Rumble at 40. Yeah, I promise you, nobody wants to see that. It's just 2 old dudes with no cardio.
That's true.
But I promise you, the Dome's not telling the story how it happened, and that's what he said. But yes, if no, it wasn't me. Either way, even if it was me, which I don't think it was, you still can't stay. It's easier to play defense on a shorter field with the same rules. That makes no sense.
I think you hammered that home already.
All right, whatever. Yeah, you're right. Dome doesn't even play defense. I don't even know why I'm talking to this guy.
Neither one of us do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in again, and hats off to everybody. Let's have a fun season. We're still 3 Sundays away, so stay healthy, rest up, get those scrimmages in, and that's really it.
That's
all right.
all we got.
Good night, Grace.
Good night, Spain.
Said we up now, they up next, up next. Got you in your feelings, upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, you is looking stressed, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings, upset. Said I'm up to bat, you on deck. At my best, stress, cuz we up now, they up next. Said we up now, they up next. Got you in your feelings, upset. Someone said that I was up next. I said I'm up now with no mean to disrespect. I don't be at the gym, so I don't need to flex. You regret moving on to the next and making me your ex. Yeah, I roll up whenever you feeling stressed. Treat you with respect and never settle for less. Life's a game of chess, don't let it get you in check. She like when I pull her hand, grab her by her neck. Got her on the back until she break a sweat. She like rocking my polo shirts and rocking my polo sweats. Laying down after sex with her head on my chest, she whispers that you're the best. Please don't